Welcome to Building Your T-Shirt Empire, powered by ShirtAgency.com. Get ready to take a trip inside the apparel industry for the best tips, tricks, and interviews. And now, here's your host, Cole Lundstrom.
Hello and welcome to Building Your T-Shirt Empire. This week we have a very exciting episode. What we're going to do is tell you how to create the best DTG prints on earth. So to do this, I got two of my best guys to come in and talk about some of their nightmares and some of the things they see that look really great. We've got Noah and Chris. Noah is in charge of our DTG room, and Chris, we're not quite sure what he does, but he seems cool. So, Noah, question number one. What does everyone screw up?
A lot of people do not choose the right garments. Most of the time, we recommend 100% cotton. We usually get 50-50 tri-blends, marble slub, which is never works in DTG. A lot of the time, we're not going to get a good print because the pre-treatment just pretty much burns through the garments, or just the prints will pretty much disappear, basically. So 100% cotton is preferred, and a lot of the times people seem to ignore that. Do you experience any other?
Besides along the garment line, like really, those are it. I mean, you hit the nail on the head with that one. And I guess the only thing to go for from there would be that what the next thing is to get bad print is bad artwork.
Oh yeah,
that's
like
What about bad artwork? Like, what is bad artwork looking like?
really small art files, JPEGs that are 70K, small artwork files that then need to be stretched to actually give like the adequate sizing of the print that the actual customer wanted.
So when somebody cheats out and doesn't want to remake their art, what does it end up looking like, Noah? When they just
blurry.
Force it.
It's blurry. Yeah. The print we're gonna get. I mean, just think about it. You're gonna print on a piece of paper. You're still not gonna get that same image. You need to give us the right resolution. It needs to be pre-sized, basically, before you send to us. So if we have an image that's 2 inches wide and you're asking us to make it 9 inches wide, it's just a no-go. It's going to be completely stretched out, pixelated, and blurry.
So what would you say is ideal? Like the exact sizing they want it printed. So maybe if it's a 9-inch, then it has to come in at 9 inches.
Exactly.
And
That's
then
basically
300 DPI?
Yeah.
What do you like the most for file format? You into just a crappy JPEG, or you want something fancier?
And it's got to be PNG.
PNG?
Yeah.
All the way?
PNG or SVG.
And then what about the backgrounds? All transparent, or is
Always
it okay
transparent.
to just put it on the color?
Always transparent. There's no point in printing black on black, or if you have a purple background and you have another off purple shirt, it's just not going to look good.
Yeah. What other things do you think make the print look bad, even if they get all that right? What other things are not always the best idea for DTG?
Well, I think it's really a thing that goes with for DTG is picking the actual right color garment for the artwork. If you don't have the right color garment, you're trying to put an image that might be an off-color purple on like a blue shirt. It may not look well. Like, even though your art is great, you've got everything. You got all the aspects. You got a 100% cotton shirt, and then you've got great artwork. It's crisp. The print's going to come out, and aesthetically and on paper, it's going to be fine. But that's where like that sense of knowing what's going to look best on which color, and that extra little thing, that little extra is going to go a long way if you actually can take a look and mock up what you're going to do so you can see, oh, you know what? That's not going to look that great. Also, sizing. Sizing is very important. That you know that if you get a full size, you're looking to have a full-size print on a shirt or on a garment or for the design that doesn't really look right. Because some prints, some images should only be small. Some images should only print on the pocket print as opposed to a full print, or a back print as opposed to a front print. So those are the other little small nuances in printing DTG that will definitely help your print. And the overall, everything, it's all about the overall aesthetic and the overall prints that you get. And those things are very helpful.
The other thing I would say is a horrible idea is hot colors. Hot pinks, neons.
Teal.
Come on, you guys knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Teal,
That's right.
Teal's a very tough one though to
There's
actually
nothing worse
print.
than like, oh, we want this neon design on a shirt, and it just looks dull and lame when it's DTG.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
On screen, though, it looks dope.
One issue I do have too is not using DTG to its fullest potential. Basically, you don't want to print a one color logo DTG. That's a screen print.
Right.
There's no reason to print that DTG. You're gonna want to take advantage of the fact that you can print way more than 7 colors.
Right.
And the only reason I see doing that is maybe a sample print before you even want to make the screen. Like,
or you're filling in a hole in inventory.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
right.
we just need one shirt.
Yeah.
And we don't have the screen set up, so
your big run's not going to be ready for 2 weeks,
right.
So you're going to run 6 shirts DTG, stuff like that.
Yeah, but other than that,
works.
there's no reason to print a one color logo. Even sometimes a 2 color, simple logo that's a screen print.
Yeah, it'll never look as bright, and it won't wash as well. So, now that we've done all our negative and gotten it out of the way, how do you best use it? What are the things that you're seeing that just look great in the shop right now?
There's some prints that have a lot of vibrant colors, but I'm sure it's probably, because of the artwork. So if you get like the things we mentioned, you should have to get the best print, and that is 100% cotton garments and great artwork that's already sized, PNG files preferred, and it also one thing that should be happening is maintenance on the machine. Like, you cannot go without saying that, like, if you maintenance the machine, keep it in tip-top shape, that's also just going to help you get pristine prints.
For anyone out there who owns like a Brother or an Anajet, just so you know, we do maintenance every single weekday. There's this guy Mark down the road. He's a good guy, but like, if you see his prints, you're guaranteed to have streaks because he will not clean his print heads. It's just how he just calls it a look.
It's a whole aesthetic,
It's a trend. It's called striping.
Here's a new striping, blank style. So no, yeah, I think that's a huge key. You have to maintenance the machine.
Oh yeah,
and make sure that it's tip top. Get great artwork. Have great, then also kind of the minor, but also very important things. Great concept. And,
don't use
sizing.
third-party ink too.
Yeah,
those guys that have the machines and they cheap out on the weird off-branding.
They'll stick to their
Off-brand pre-treat too. We saw horrible prints when we tried to switch to the cheaper pre-treat, and everything got duller.
One thing I did want to add though is curing and like making sure your prints are dry, because it took me a while to understand that.
Yeah.
And I feel like before anyone out there who's trying this out, please make sure your prints are dry and pressed and dried again. Like, honestly, I can't stress that enough. I mean, you're going to get the best print by pressing it, then drying it after again. Dry it, press it, and then drying it one more time.
When he's saying drying it, he's talking about our conveyor dryer. Because we run everything down at about 480 degrees. And then he's throwing it back on an automatic heat press.
At about like 260 degrees for 40 seconds. It almost gives it the same look as a screen print once you press it.
Yeah,
and
it looks great.
Just to tone down that glossiness, throw it in the dryer one more time. But
it's water-based ink. You have to get all the water out of it.
Exactly.
Otherwise, your washing will be a disaster.
Try it at home. do your own test. No, but that's the whole idea. We tested. We tested this out, so we know. We've had to go through. The great thing is messing up shirts, because then you find out it's some of the best practice is messing something up. So okay, don't do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would never, if I had an individual brand that I was in charge of, I'd never blow all my money on my first run. It's just crazy. It's all about testing and optimizing. Even if you're using a print shop, you want to have a design that you can be confident in, not something that you're just you feel it on a Tuesday.
I need exactly the 12, no more. You need to make sure that you allocate at least one. You want 12 shirts? Give us, make sure you have 13, because at first you're gonna need one shirt to test on to make sure it's exactly what you want, and then you make the run from there.
Yeah, tweak your colors, go back to Photoshop, adjust your sizing because it was a bad idea, all that stuff. So, Chris, you're cool. What do you think are the trends? What do you see coming? What's come through the door here, and what do you think is coming?
Well, black shirts will always remain king, so that's never going to go anywhere. And even with the summer, I think people are almost saying forget it. What is black still in summer? Even though ideally, in the past, I think people were trying to go towards lighter colors, obviously white and
Bella
and,
wants you to buy a ton of pink.
But yeah, Bella seems to have a lot of pink. Think pink. So, but no, I think that people are still going to be consuming a lot of black shirts and putting a lot of dope ideas on them. I think one of the things that will always remain key and will just get a little bit more. We'll see a lot more trends of it as more stores are popping up, as more people are starting stores, figuring out that they can do it themselves, e-commerce. We're just going to continue to see a lot of smaller brands you've never seen make shirts, their own views or their own skewed artwork on hip hop stars and their own, illustrations of, former, Tupac, Aaliyah, Biggie shirts, things of that nature. I think are going to be more present. You're going to start to see that more often. Right now, you're seeing those huge prints for people like Travis Scott, Rihanna, Kylie Jenner, wearing a huge 90s style prints that Master P and No Limit Records were, I would say they were the pioneers of that huge style, huge print, colorful, with the Ferrari in the background, almost like the homie down the street made it for them, like for their mixtape or for their album. I see that being huge. And I just see a lot of huge, small-timing brands using DTG methods because it seems to be like the new wave of getting their pictures, getting things that are a little bit faster than that, so they don't have to do. They don't necessarily have to do artwork and screens and stuff like that. It's for the younger kids. The younger generation is going to be doing that. They can see, dude, I can make a shirt with just this PNG that I got. I crisped up. I've got the picture crisp of this hot chick and so on and so forth, and they're just going to add their name, a little signature. Sell shirts,
hot chicks on shirts.
No, but it is. It's an easy sell. I mean, with guys like women like women.
But the designs you're...
Thank you.
Yeah.
So no. Okay, so that's Chris's view on it.
Yeah.
But you come from a whole other different world of comic books and
yeah.
I mean, you dress up every Saturday, right?
I've seen
So
it.
That's it. All I want to talk about is cosplay. That's it.
In that world, what do you think is getting trendy? Have you noticed anything kind of switch out? Anything DTG friendly in that world?
Actually, everything DTG friendly, pretty much. I mean, when you're basically reprinting comic book panels, you're going to need all the colors. They're going to be huge prints. Even what Chris is talking about, all of these designs require a lot of color. Usually like faces, people, photographs, photographs of Ferraris, photographs of superheroes or pictures of superheroes. You're going to need a DTG job, not a screen print. It's going to be way too much of a hassle to get all of those colors, especially that size of a print. A lot of people are doing back prints, and it's just going to take a lot of time to have to set that up in the screenshot. Why not just do that with the DTG printer?
Yeah, as long as you're not doing 500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing too. You even said it earlier. Why risk it? Like let's see. I may only sell 3 of these, and then that trend's over with.
I think it's great for young kids in high school.
who are
taking and startups, like people who have a smaller income. And a smaller startup, funds or no funds, basically, minimal funds. They can at least get a couple of those ideas out, put the mock-up of it, or, also get a few live shots, a few lifestyle shots of it, not come out of the bank, don't be upside down already, like already in the red, right out of the gate.
You can totally make a Shopify look good under $100.
And put it on their Instagram.
Buy 3 samples, get a Shopify for $10 a month. Or no, raise. It's $20 a month.
I think it's 20 now.
Everyone's like, wait, let me check that again.
Where's the promo code?
Back check, Google check, guys.
Shirt agency. No, but yeah, like $20 a month, Shopify. Maybe get 3 samples. Force your hot friend into it. You're ready to rock. Get a DTG store going. That's all it is.
No, yeah, it's good. It's great for startups, and I encourage all of the young kids out there that want to make shirts, want to make cool stuff on their own. DTG, it's super easy.
Yeah,
it's super easy.
There's no way. When I first started learning screen printing, we didn't even print our films. We had to shoot our films, so you were literally exposing them with a camera. It's a nightmare. So the idea of just pressing print on one T-shirt, it's a huge opportunity for anyone who's not, Hurley.
Yeah, I mean, and everyone's an at-home designer now. And I don't mean that. I don't mean to sound bitter or anything, but like, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody is an at-home designer.
Yeah.
You could be a graphic designer if you have Photoshop or Illustrator. That's all it takes. So it's as easy as sending that file to a printer and pressing print.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Minimal risk, guys. Minimal risk.
Well, I guess that wraps it up. Everybody's going to say goodbye to you. And then if you are interested in purchasing anything, obviously you can head on over to shirtagency.com, or you could ignore us and buy it from someone else. So, Chris, Noah, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Later on.
Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Bye.